Hello friends, today we are here to discuss about a very important, very essential and very fundamental concept of economic theory, that is the theory of demand. We know that economics is not a monopoly of a particular branch of study. It is useful for both science, arts and commerce. From the day-to-day activity of an ordinary common man up to the important strategic discussions of science like the discovery of atomic, nuclear activities or bombs, economics is a premier field of study. Therefore, today we will discuss the economic theory, that is demand and supply. Friends, we know that the very backbone of the economic structure of a nation or all the nations depends on this fundamental study of economic theory, that is demand and supply. Now, our study of discussion, point of discussion is the theory of demand. Today we will discuss about the theory of demand. At first I will tell you what is demand, the definition of demand. Definition of demand. Demand refers to the quantity of commodity that the consumers are willing and able to buy at various prices. Now the definition is demand refers to the quantity of commodity that the consumers are willing and able to buy at various prices. This is the ordinary sense of demand. In common parlance, demand, the meaning of demand is, it is the consumers are willing and able to buy the commodity at different price levels. Now, here we see two words, that is willing and able. From this ordinary sense of demand, now we will come to the important basic sense of demand, that is, which is known as effective demand. Effective demand. What is effective demand? From this ordinary sense of demand, we will come to effective demand. So, in order to be an effective demand, three criteria must be fulfilled. Three criteria must be fulfilled. What are these three criteria? A. First, desire. Desire for the commodity. Desire for the commodity. Second criteria, B. Willingness. Second criteria, affordable capacity. affordable capacity. Third criteria, C, willingness to buy that commodity for that purpose. I have underlined the two words willing and able to buy. From these two words, I will come to the effective demand. So, effective demand means these three criteria must be fulfilled. First criteria is demand for the commodity. Suppose you have gone to a shopping mall and you saw a very interesting, beautiful dress. You have desire in your mind to purchase that dress. So first in your mind there arose the desire for the commodity. Second criteria key, in order to have the dress, you must have the money in your pocket. That means the affordable capacity. Suppose the price of the commodity or dress is rupees 1000. So now in your pocket you must have rupees 1000 to purchase the commodity. Suppose first criteria is fulfilled, you have the desire for the commodity. Second criteria is fulfilled, you have 1000 rupee in your purse. Now we come to the third criteria. What is the third criteria? Now, willingness to buy that commodity for that purpose. Now you will think, I have already 2 new dresses. Recently I have purchased. Why I will go for purchasing this dress? Because I have a lot of dress with me. Why I will spend this 1000 rupee uselessly? So now you think that I will not purchase the dress because this 1000 rupee I can spend in any other purposes. So if your third criteria is not fulfilled, then this is not an effective demand. So if 3 of the criteria are fulfilled, that means the desire for the commodity, affordable capacity and willingness to buy the commodity, then you can say that it is an effective demand. So the definition of demand I have written, demand refers to the quantity of the commodity that consumers are willing and able to buy, at various prices. So for effective demand, willingness must be there. Demand, or that means otherwise it is known as desire. Desire must be there, willingness must be there, and ability to pay for the commodity must be there. If 2 of the criteria is fulfilled and third is not fulfilled, we cannot say that it is an effective demand. So for becoming an effective demand, all the criteria must be fulfilled. Then it is called as demand or effective demand. Now we will come to the law of demand. What is law of demand? It is a definition given by Alfred Marshall. According to Marshall, demand refers to, what is demand? The law of demand states that law of demand it states that when the prices of the commodity increases, its quantity demanded decreases. when prices of the commodity decreases, its quantity demanded increases. Now we'll see what is law of demand. Law of demand states that when the prices of the commodity increases, its quantity demanded decreases, and when prices of the commodity decreases, its quantity demanded increases. So now here we see there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, other things remaining constant. Remaining same. Here the relationship is between price and quantity demanded. Other things remaining same means डिमांड को अफेक्ट करने के लिए जो जो अलग अलग फैक्टर है उसको कांस्टेंट रखना चाहिए. व्हाट आर द अदर फैक्टर्स? दीज अदर फैक्टर्स आर, आई से, प्राइस, फर्स्ट फैक्टर, income of the consumer, third, price of related goods, that is substitute goods, B, complementary goods, so other factors, फर्स्ट फैक्टर प्राइस, ये तो प्राइस है. प्राइस इंस्टेड ऑफ प्राइस अदर फैक्टर्स आर इनकम ऑफ द कंज्यूमर, प्राइस ऑफ रिलेटेड गुड्स के अंडर में दो गुड्स आता है. एक होता है सब्स्टिट्यूट गुड्स, सेकेंड होता है कॉम्प्लीमेंटरी गुड्स. व्हाट आर सब्स्टिट्यूट गुड्स एंड कॉम्प्लीमेंटरी गुड्स वी विल डिस्कस इन अनदर क्वेश्चन, दैट इज फैक्टर्स डिटरमाइनिंग डिमांड. These will come in that question. Then third factor is taste and preference. Etc. So now we'll see law of demand. The prices in the law of demand, there establishes an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Other things remaining same means here price and quantity are variable. Other things, that means income, प्राइस ऑफ रिलेटेड गुड्स, टेस्ट, प्रेफरेंस, गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी, जो भी अदर थिंग्स आता है उसको हम लोग को कांस्टेंट रखना है. ओनली हियर प्राइस इज वेरिएबल. सो वी सी हियर दो फैक्टर्स, देयर आर टू वेरिएबल फैक्टर्स. ए, price of commodity, B, quantity demanded. This is two variable factors. First variable factor is price of the commodity. Second variable factor is quantity demanded. Here price is the independent variable. independent variable. Quantity demand is dependent variable. Because quantity demanded depends on price. Price doesn't depend on quantity demanded. So at first we will see what is the price. If price is more, price जब ज्यादा है, quantity demanded कम होता है. Price जब कम होता है, quantity demanded ज्यादा होता है. So initial or primary factor is here price, and quantity demanded depends on that price. So we see here establishes an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Due to this inverse relationship, demand curve is downward sloping. Now we will see how demand curve is downward sloping. Now we will draw the demand curve. Demand curve is like this. Two axes, x-axis and y-axis. We will draw. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. Origin. In x-axis or horizontal axis, we will take quantity demanded. डिमांड को हम लोग को एक्स एक्सिस में लेना है. इन वाई एक्सिस विल टेक प्राइस. नाउ द प्राइस एंड क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड रिलेशनशिप इज एस्टेब्लिश्ड इन ए कर्व लाइक फॉर्म. दिस इज नोन एज डिमांड कर्व. दिस इज डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग. Why it is downward sloping? Now due to the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. You see, suppose price is at P, quantity demanded is, this is Q. Price falls to P1, quantity demanded increases to Q1. So now establishes an inverse relationship. Therefore, demand curve is sloping downward from left to right. This is all about your demand curve. Now we will go to what is demand schedule. Demand schedule means the tabular or chart form representation of price and combination is known as demand schedule. If we put the price and quantity demanded combination in a table, it is known as a demand schedule. Now we will draw the demand schedule. It is a tabular form. In this tabular form, we will establish demand schedule. Demand schedule. Tabular representation. Of price and quantity demanded. I will tell you, demand schedule is of two types. What are they? First is individual demand schedule. Individual demand schedule. Individual, what do you mean by individual demand schedule. If we put the price and quantity demanded of a particular individual in a tabular form, it is known as individual demand schedule. Suppose we have a consumer known as A. If we put the price and quantity combination of consumer A in a tabular form, you will see the individual demand schedule of consumer A. It will look like this. First column, price in rupees, quantity demanded of ice cream. Suppose price is rupees 10. An individual consumer demand 1 unit of ice cream at a particular period of time. Suppose you say 1 month. Suppose price falls to rupees 8. The consumer demanded 2 units of ice cream. Now price falls, quantity demanded increases. Suppose price again falls to rupees 6. The consumer demanded 3 units of ice cream. If price is rupees 4, the consumer's demand is 4 units of ice cream. This is a particular consumer's demand schedule. Price and quantity relationship in a tabular form. The second type of demand schedule is market demand schedule. A second type, a first type. Market demand schedule. Market demand schedule. What is market demand schedule? If we add the demand for ice cream of all the consumers in a particular locality, in a particular area or in a particular market, this is known as market demand schedule. Now we will prepare the market demand schedule in a tabular form. Suppose we assume that in the market there are 2 consumers for ice cream. So now here we put the 2 consumers, consumer A, consumer B and market demand. The column is first column price, ये रुपीस में, कंज्यूमर ए, कंज्यूमर बी, मार्केट डिमांड. Market demand. Suppose we assume only there are 2 consumers in the market, because in a tabular form we cannot put 1000, 2000, 1 lakh, this type of consumer. So we assume that there are only 2 consumers in the market. First, this is consumer A का, ये जो इंडिविजुअल डिमांड शेड्यूल है हम लोग को एज्यूम करना है, दिस इज कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड शेड्यूल. नाउ प्राइस इज रुपीज 10. कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड 1 यूनिट. सपोज we assume that consumer 2 का demand when price is rupees 10, demand of the consumer is 2 unit. When price falls to rupees 8, consumer A का demand 2 unit. We assume that consumer B का demand 4 unit. When price falls to rupees 6, consumer A का demand 3 unit, consumer B का demand 6 unit. And again when price falls to rupees 4, consumer A का demand 4 unit and consumer B का demand 10 unit. This is the demand schedule of two individual, consumer A and consumer B. And if we add the two individual demand, that means the consumer A का demand and consumer B का demand, now we will get the market demand when rupees per unit is 10. Now by adding 1 plus 2, it comes to 3. Now at rupees 10, the market demand is 3 unit. When price falls to rupees 8, market demand is 2 consumer A का plus 4 consumer B का, it comes to 6 unit. When price again falls to rupees 6, consumer A का डिमांड कितना 3, consumer B का डिमांड कितना 6, it comes to 9 unit. Again when price falls to rupees 4, consumer A का 4 unit plus consumer B का 10 unit, it comes to 14 units. So this is a market demand schedule. By adding the individual demand schedule, we get the market demand schedule. The addition is possible when the individual demands are heterogeneous in nature. So we add the individual demands. Suppose we assume that the individual demands are homogeneous in nature. In that case, what we will do? Only suppose we assume in the market there are 1000 consumers. 1000 consumers and their demand is homogeneous in nature. So, एक बार कंज्यूमर बी को पुट करना नहीं है क्योंकि कंज्यूमर ए का जितना, कंज्यूमर बी का उतना, कंज्यूमर सी का भी उतना, कंज्यूमर डी का उतना, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. सो बाय टेकिंग द अमाउंट of demand of consumer A, that means one consumer, we can derive the total market demand. Suppose there are 1000 consumers, we assume, and their demand is homogeneous in nature. So how we will calculate the market demand? When price is rupees 10, consumer का demand 1. So total market demand कितना होगा? So 1 into 1000. This is 1000 units. When price is rupees 2, market demand कितना होगा? 2 into 1000. Price, when price is rupees 8, consumer demand is 2. Total market demand is 2 into 1000 equal to 2000. When price is 6, consumer का डिमांड 3, टोटल मार्केट डिमांड कितना होगा? 3 into 1000 equal to 3000. When price is rupees 4, कंज्यूमर का डिमांड कितना? 4 यूनिट. तो टोटल मार्केट डिमांड कितना होगा? 4 into 1000 equal to 4000 units. Now we see that if the demand is homogeneous in nature, then market demand can be calculated by multiplying the individual demand into total number of consumers. In this way we can calculate market demand. So this is all about your individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. Now we come to the demand curve. What is demand curve? Demand schedule is, the tabular representation. Demand curve is the pictorial representation of the demand schedule. If we put the demand schedule into a graph paper, then we get the demand curve. So demand curve is demand curve is the pictorial representation of demand schedule. So पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ डिमांड शेड्यूल. डिमांड शेड्यूल को ये टेबुलर फॉर्म को हम लोग जब चार्ट ग्राफ पेपर में पुट करेंगे सो डिमांड हमको मिलेगा क्या? डिमांड कर्व. नाउ डिमांड कर्व इज ऑफ टू टाइप्स. डिमांड कर्व ये टू टाइप्स. फर्स्ट क्या? जस्ट लाइक डिमांड शेड्यूल. Demand schedule is of two types, individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. Just like this, demand curve is of two types. First, individual demand curve. Individual demand curve. Individual demand schedule को हम लोग ग्राफ पेपर में पुट करने से जो मिलेगा like just like a straight line or a curve, it is known as individual demand curve. Now we will draw the individual demand curve. This is like this. Suppose this is price, this is quantity axis, price. Now suppose we assume a particular price, that is price 10. This is price 10. From the demand schedule we have taken this price 10. Now at price 10, now we see the demand curve for consumer A. This is demand curve. From the individual demand schedule we notice that when price of ice cream per unit was 10, the consumer A का डिमांड था कितना ना 1 unit. This is suppose 1 unit. When price is ₹10, quantity demand is 1 unit. This price and quantity combination, हम suppose price fall करता है, quantity demand फिर rise करता है, but this is your individual demand curve. We have taken only one particular price. In this particular price, consumer A का demand 1 unit. This is only individual demand curve. Now another is market demand curve. Market demand curve. Market demand curve क्या होता है? The horizontal summation of all the individual demand curve in the market, we get the market demand curve. By horizontal summation, that means now we will take, suppose in the market there are two consumers, just like demand schedule, there are two consumers, consumer A and consumer B. Consumer A, consumer B. ये दोनों का डिमांड कर्व हम लोग पहले ड्रॉ करेंगे, बाद में हम लोग को मार्केट डिमांड कर्व ड्रॉ करना है. सो कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड कितना है? सपोज प्राइस इज दैट मच ₹10. प्राइस इज ये वाई एक्सिस, ये एक्स एक्सिस, इस तरफ प्राइस, इस तरफ क्वांटिटी. नाउ विल ड्रॉ द कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड कर्व एंड बी का डिमांड कर्व. एट प्राइस 10 कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड, दिस इज डिमांड कर्व कंज्यूमर ए डी ए. कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड कितना, प्राइस 10 में ये 1 यूनिट. नाउ विल सी व्हाट इज कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड. डिमांड शेड्यूल में हम लोग का था कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड व्हेन प्राइस इज ₹10. कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड कितना, 2 यूनिट. नाउ विल ड्रॉ द कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड कर्व. इट विल बी a little bit flatter because demand is more, DB. So consumer B का डिमांड कितना हुआ, 2 यूनिट. कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड 2 यूनिट. आप लोग देख लीजिए यहीं पर ₹10 में कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड 1 यूनिट एंड कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड 2 यूनिट. Prior we have assumed that in the market there are only 2 consumers, A and B. By horizontal summation, this is consumer A का डिमांड इतना, consumer B का डिमांड इतना. Now we will add these 2 demand horizontally. This is plus this is. We get the market demand curve. Now we will draw the market demand curve. You see how I will draw the market demand curve. In this side I will draw the market demand curve. Market demand curve will be flat because it is the horizontal summation of all the consumers in the market. Quantity demanded, price. Now our price is ₹10. This price में हमारा मार्केट का डिमांड, टोटल डिमांड कितना होगा. मार्केट डिमांड का ये 1 यूनिट, ये 2 यूनिट. टोटल मार्केट का डिमांड कितना होगा, 2 + 1 3 यूनिट मार्केट डिमांड होगा. नाउ वी विल पुट दिस 3 यूनिट ऑफ क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड एट a price of ₹10 in a graph paper. डी ये था DA क्योंकि ये इंडिविजुअल कंज्यूमर ए का डिमांड का. ये था हमारा DB क्योंकि ये था इंडिविजुअल कंज्यूमर बी का डिमांड का. नाउ वी विल ड्रॉ द मार्केट डिमांड कर्व ओनली DD1. सो सपोज इट इज रुपीस प्राइस 10. नाउ द मार्केट डिमांड कर्व, मार्केट डिमांड विल बी our this much Q. ये QA क्वांटिटी ऑफ कंज्यूमर ए, ये क्वांटिटी ऑफ कंज्यूमर बी, ये हम लोग का टोटल मार्केट डिमांड की वो Q इक्वल टू वो QA प्लस वो QB. This is our market demand. So it is the horizontal summation of this unit plus this unit. We get the total this unit. This is our market demand curve, and this is our the quantity demanded in the market for all the consumers. If there are innumerable consumers in the market, suppose we have assumed here only 2 consumers in the market because we cannot draw innumerable demand curves here. So in a market there is probably there is not 2 consumers only. There are large number of consumers. So how we will get the demand of innumerable consumer? How we will derive the demand curve of these innumerable consumers? by horizontal summation of all the consumers in the market, by horizontal summation of all the demand curve of all the consumers in the market, we can get the market demand curve. Now I think you have understood. Another very important and basic idea in this theory of demand is the changes of demand. Changes of demand. How demand changes? We know demand changes due to mainly two factors. First factor is mainly two factors. Demand changes mainly two factors. First factor is price. Second factor is others. Price is only the single factor. It remains in one side. And other factors, they include so much factors. I have told you the income of the consumer, taste preference of the consumer, price of related goods, government policy, population. These are the other factors. We have bundled these other factors into one side, and price remains in other side. Now we see how demand changes due to this factor price and these other factors. This we can express in two terms. Change in quantity demanded change in quantity demanded and change in demand. ये जो चेंज इन डिमांड, ये मैंने बोली ये टू फैक्टर्स के लिए इट इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल. फर्स्ट की ना ड्यू टू चेंज इन प्राइस एंड सेकेंड इज ड्यू टू चेंज इन अदर फैक्टर्स. ये दोनों को हम लोग टू फॉर्म में एक्सप्रेस अभी करना है. क्या? चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड एंड चेंज इन डिमांड ओनली. Now we'll see the difference between these two. That means the change in quantity demanded and change in demand. This is an important question in the theory of demand. What is the difference between change in quantity demanded and change in demand? Or what is meant by change in quantity demanded? What is meant by change in demand? Now we will make a distinction between these. First, change in quantity demanded. Change in quantity demanded means demand changes due to change in price. प्राइस के लिए डिमांड में जो चेंज आता है उसको बोलते हैं चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड. ये चेंज इन डिमांड क्या होता है? डिमांड changes due to change in other factors. So now we see प्राइस के लिए डिमांड चेंजेस ड्यू टू चेंज इन प्राइस. इफ प्राइस चेंज होने से डिमांड में चेंज होता है, क्वांटिटी डिमांड में चेंज होता है, इसका हम लोग बोलेंगे चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड. दिस इज द इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर हियर, दैट इज प्राइस. चेंज इन डिमांड में क्या होता है? डिमांड चेंजेस ड्यू टू चेंज इन अदर फैक्टर्स. प्राइस नहीं, अदर फैक्टर्स चेंज होने से डिमांड में जो चेंज आता है, इट इज नोन एज योर चेंज इन डिमांड. सो वी सी फ्रॉम दिस फर्स्ट point we come to the second point. Here price is variable. Price is variable and other factors fixed. In this case हम लोग कहते हैं चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांड में प्राइस के लिए क्वांटिटी में चेंज होता है. सो प्राइस इज वेरिएबल, अदर फैक्टर्स रिमेन फिक्स्ड, ओनली प्राइस इज द हीरो. यहाँ पर इसी कॉलम में हम लोग देखते हैं क्या ना, सेकेंड पॉइंट हियर other factors are variable and price fixed. यहाँ पर क्या होता है? प्राइस रिमेन फिक्स, अदर फैक्टर्स आर वेरिएबल. इसका जस्ट अपोजिट होता है ये वाला. प्राइस इज फिक्स, प्राइस में कोई भी चेंज नहीं होता है. तो डिमांड कैसे चेंज होता है? अदर फैक्टर्स आर वेरिएबल. सपोज इनकम इंक्रीजेस, इनकम ऑफ ए कंज्यूमर इंक्रीजेस, सो हिज डिमांड ऑब्वियसली विल इंक्रीज. इफ इनकम डिक्रीजेस, डिमांड विल ऑल्सो डिक्रीज. सो दीज आर द अदर फैक्टर्स फॉर व्हिच क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड चेंजेस. सो इन दिस केस other factors are variable, price is fixed. थर्ड पॉइंट में हम लोग आते हैं डिमांड चेंजेस along the same demand curve. Along the same demand curve. ये क्या होता है? डिमांड चेंजेस इन केस ऑफ चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड, डिमांड चेंजेस along the same demand curve. सो फोर्थ पॉइंट में हम लोग इसी को ड्रॉ करेंगे. along the same demand curve कैसे होता है? Along the same demand curve, you see ये डिमांड कर्व हम लोग का D1, ये लाइन एक्स एक्सिस, ये लाइन, ये वाला लाइन वाई एक्सिस, ये क्वांटिटी डिमांड, ये प्राइस. डिमांड चेंजेस, सपोज प्राइस इज एट रुपी P, quantity demanded is Q. Suppose price falls to P1, quantity demanded rises to Q1. So this is only the single demand curve. In the same demand curve, demand changes. As price falls, quantity demanded increases. Inversely, if price increases from P1 to P, quantity demanded decreases Q1 to Q. Here establishes the inverse relationship in a single demand curve. So third point, demand changes along the same demand curve. Same एक ही demand curve हम लोग का price changes. Here you see price is variable. So price changes due to the change in price. Quantity demanded changes. Second point में price is variable. First point में due to change in price. In this diagram we have put all the points. Price changes, price is variable due to the change in price, quantity demand changes along the same demand curve. In this case, we will see demand curve shift either to left or right. Due to change in other factors, demand curve shift either to left or to right. Suppose if income increases, demand curve will shift to right. Now we will put it in a diagram. Fourth point में demand, suppose this is x-axis, quantity, price, y-axis. Now this is demand curve, D. When demand increases, demand curve will shift to right, D1. Same price में, suppose price P, initial quantity demand was Q. When income of the consumer increases, quantity demand also increases. It is to Q1. So demand increases due to change in other factors. Demand curve shift either to left or to right. If demand increases, demand curve will shift to right. If demand decreases, demand curve will shift to left. Now I have given the arrow. This is the increasing arrow. D, initial demand. Demand increases, demand curve shift to right, D1. So this is the increasing arrow. Suppose we assume D1 is the initial demand and demand decreases, demand curve shift to left to D. This is the decreasing arrow. So this is the diagram of the shifting of demand. Then number 5. Point number 5. If demand changes due to change in price, this is known as, expansion or contraction of demand. प्राइस फॉल करने से क्वांटिटी डिमांड में इंक्रीज होता है, इसको बोलते हैं एक्सपेंशन ऑफ डिमांड. प्राइस राइज करने से क्वांटिटी डिमांड में डिक्रीज होता है, इसी को बोलते हैं कंट्रैक्शन ऑफ डिमांड. सो प्राइस चेंज के लिए डिमांड में जो डिक्रीज और इंक्रीज केस आता है उसको बोलते हैं एक्सपेंशन और कंट्रैक्शन ऑफ डिमांड. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द MCQ point of view. In this case, when demand changes due to other factors except price, it is known as, fifth point, it is known as increase or decrease. Increase or decrease in demand. Increase or decrease in demand. ये वाला जो शिफ्टिंग केस, प्राइस इज फिक्स, क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड changes due to change in other factors. Other factors is variable, the quantity demand increases. When other factors are adverse, quantity demand decreases. This case is when quantity demanded increases, demand curve shift to right. This is known as increase in demand. When quantity demanded decreases, demand curve shift to left. It is known as decrease in demand. This is all about your change in quantity demanded and change in demand. You have to remember all the points because it is very, very important for it is MCQ point of view, question answer point of view. So you have to remember this. So friends, this is all about your theory of demand, and in the next class we will further proceed about this chapter. Now friends, if you like my video, please don't forget to share and subscribe for it. Thank you.